It's like, oh no, what if something happens? Blah blah blah.
Don't be trying to pretend like this is bloopers when there really isn't.
It's not bloopers, man.
Oh, now you want to act all nice.
It's
now that we're
bloopers.
recording.
We are totally being nice, regardless. Yeah. Yeah.
Dead air, bro. Dead air.
We did sign language. That was awesome.
No, because we were shooting at things and we missed.
It's not your birthday yet.
No, we missed whatever we were shooting at.
Yeah.
We shot air by accident.
Yeah.
And we killed it. So
we totally
dead
demolished that air.
Mm-hmm. So, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to a very, very exciting episode of the StudioDork Podcast. This is actually episode 16.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got it right for once. It's crazy.
And, I'm Gary.
And I'm Cameron.
And that's Cameron.
Yeah.
As you see where I'm pointing.
Yeah, you totally see.
So, hang out.
Yeah, get ready to listen to some
interesting
awesome
stuff. We sound so prepared.
We're pretty prepared.
No, we're pretty prepared, actually.
Yeah, watching YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah. And then music.
Yeah. On the non-interwebs.
No interwebs.
Apple TV. Apple TV.
Yeah, okay.
So music and then all that stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How's everything going, bro?
Everything's going good. How about with you?
Not bad. It was there was some paint outside of our mansion.
Yeah, the mansion's being painted today.
Yeah, they're painting our place outside, so we have to go through the back door.
Yeah,
because we have another door there.
Yeah, that lock is a little weird too.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't used to going that way, so it was a new experience.
It was weird. I had to text our other roommate to see about letting me in, but he didn't get my text, so I was just like, let me try my key again. And I wiggled it a bunch. I know it's really boring radio, but it works. So.
No, it's cool. They care. This is valuable information.
Of course.
Yeah, for me, it felt like I went through another dimension because I wasn't used to going through that door, and I went through that door, so it was like something like a new experience.
Do you feel like you're on the 10th planet?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, cool, man.
Not on Pluto.
No, not on Pluto. Of course not Pluto.
Has anything interesting happened at work recently, or any clients or anything like that?
No, you want to? This weekend was fun. I had some fun stuff. I went down to Little Tokyo with some friends, which was interesting. Cause it's all like
that's like a local area in LA where there's like a Japanese community and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Had some tempura. I've never had tempura before. It's pretty good. And then we went into all these different little shops and bakeries and stuff, and I've just never done that before, so it was really interesting doing that. Yeah. And then someone recommended to me to try. We talked about it on a couple shows prior that I was thinking about getting into a couple of books, and someone recommended me The Hunger Games because the movie's coming out in March.
Yeah. And
so that's what I was doing yesterday. I got halfway through.
Did you actually buy that book?
No, one of my friends let me borrow it.
Oh, cool.
So,
even better price-wise, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really, really awesome. If you get a chance, definitely check it out, especially before the movie comes out. The movie comes out in March sometime, but the book's
What is it about? Like a quick little sneak peek?
It's basically about, so after there's the world is now separated into 13 or 12 districts, and then there's a capital city. So there was all this war that happened, and then after all this war happened, the world is basically split up into these 12 districts, and each district has its own special resource that it provides to the capital. And so basically anyone that lives in these districts is usually really poor and all this stuff. So there was a rebellion, and when that rebellion happened, the capital made these games called the Hunger Games. And what the games are is every year in May, they line all the kids up in the middle of this square in each district, and they choose one boy and one girl from the age of 12 to 18, and they have to fight to the death in this arena. And so it follows this girl that took the place of her younger sister, and this girl's really good at hunting and all this stuff, and you follow her all the way through it, where they treat her like royalty leading up to the games, and then in the games. So I'm in the middle right now, where they're actually in the middle of the games.
What chapter did you get up to?
The book is set up into 3 parts, so it's not really set up into chapters, so it's set up in 3 parts, but I'm about 200 pages in right now.
Cool, wow, so you're a pretty fast reader, especially compared to me. I know you're a fast reader in general, and I'm a pretty slow reader.
Well, I was actually really slow, and I've noticed, because I haven't read a novel in a long time, And I was like reading through it, and it was really slow going in the beginning. But I think once it's kind of like when you get to know somebody and you kind of understand how they talk. I think after a while, I started to realize like how the writer was writing, so I didn't really have to like, because usually what I end up doing when I slow down is like try to comprehend everything, like every sentence I go through by. But now I just kind of read through a paragraph, and all of a sudden like I'll kind of comprehend it without really comprehending it because I kind of know how the writer's writing now.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. You get used to a specific type of style. And you just kind of you're able to understand it better. Yeah,
especially with the characters. Like, you kind of get the characters and stuff. Yeah. But the book's kind of gritty, so I'm excited for the movie. But,
cool. That'll be interesting. Let us know how that ends up and stuff. How you like it in the end.
It's a 3-book series, so I've only
Girl with Dragon Tattoo-ish.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice, yeah. Normally for me, like when I read something, I tend to, like, as I'm reading and I think, hey, wait, I didn't get that, and I go back, or I think it feels like there's noise going on, even if it's like dead silence. So I feel like I'm reading over myself or reading something else. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's an issue that I have sometimes when I'm reading. Or sometimes I bore myself.
Well,
it's weird.
I feel like it was really weird. Like,
and I get sleepy. Like, I get sleepy as I'm reading sometimes. Yeah. Even though I'm like fully rested.
Yeah, I feel like one of the things I had like a weird feeling yesterday while I was reading. I was like, this is the first time I sat down to read a novel without having like, I got a book report due. There was no pressure behind it, so it definitely made it different because I wasn't trying to remember stuff. It was interesting. So, and then I did another thing. I started today. So another book that someone recommended me was Ender's Game, which it was written like the 80s sometime. And this is actually a 10-part series, a 10-book series. But I'm just starting on the first book, and I'm not reading it. I'm actually listening to an audiobook version of it because I decided I'd just try that. So I did that today at work, and so I listened to about 6 hours of a 12-hour audiobook thing.
You listened for 6 hours of work?
Yeah.
It was pretty productive at work.
I got a lot. I still did my work.
So using it as background noise almost.
Yeah. So
but you're able to comprehend.
Yeah, I'm still able to comprehend it. It's a really awesome book, dude. Both these books are so awesome. So
like sometimes I'll listen to a few podcasts, but then I'll have to turn them off in the middle. Like if I'm doing if it's an email or something like that, I'll have to like turn them off when I'm like concentrating on something. But when I'm designing or something, I'll listen to podcasts. But I know I don't have to like pay attention. Yeah. It's random stuff. But when it's a book, you have to like pay attention to a more deeper level. Usually, no.
Yeah, you normally do, but I don't know. Like it was hard in the beginning, but then like I had a ton of production work to do today, like a crap ton. So I was kind of just shutting my brain off, and it's like easier stuff, but. I'm sure I won't be able to do it tomorrow because I got some other stuff coming up tomorrow. So what you're saying is it makes sense to do something like that when you're doing like repetitive stuff or when you're doing something that doesn't take too much like thinking. You're just kind of doing automatic stuff almost. Yeah, right? I spent like probably about 4 hours of my day today just resizing images, and I resized like 400 images today. Okay. So that right there is exactly.
So that makes sense. That makes sense too. You can concentrate on some other stuff. That makes sense.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was like coming up with like a whole new like site design or something. Like that's totally different. But yeah, so that's what I basically did. And what about you?
Cool. Me, let's see. I hung up with some friends on the weekend.
Yeah.
There was a lot of sporting events going on. Like I mentioned in prior podcast. Yeah, but I'm not really like there was basketball and there was also football and stuff. And I'm not super into football, but they have all the playoff games going on. People are going to be listening to this like a month later, like what? So the Super Bowl just ended. What's going on over here?
Oh, the playoffs are right now?
Yeah, the playoffs are.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Wow, so when's the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl is, I believe, in a few weeks. But when people are going to be listening to this podcast, the Super Bowl had already passed, probably, logically.
We'll see.
We'll see
what happens. Maybe we'll release the Super Bowl week.
Maybe we'll release it right now.
Let's do it. F it. We were talking about doing a live show, but we're not sure about that.
That'll be a different experience to try doing something like that.
Yeah. It would be weird.
Let's see. So I did that. We went to a restaurant. So we went to a restaurant, like an all-day thing, Saturday, and ate like wings and stuff, and just watched. There was football, basketball, and the UFC. So there was a lot of different things like that going on.
Nice.
So I relaxed a little bit, and one of my friends drove, so I didn't have to worry too much about driving.
That's good.
Yeah, so I'm able to relax a little bit more and drink some beers and stuff like that or whatever, and not worry about that stuff. So, and let's see, as far as work, let's see, I'm still doing the bike site that I was doing for that client. Nothing really new on that. We're just changing a few things. He had some revisions on that.
Okay.
I saw an interesting commercial.
Yeah, what was that?
The one I was showing you earlier.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
So it's
the Mentos one.
The Mentos commercial. And I was just showing this commercial to camera guys, where it's this it's the candy Mentos and it's good, and it's this guy, there's a little spider and he tries to pick up the spider and throw him away or something like that, and the spider flips the guy. That in itself is already interesting, but the reason I bring up this commercial has nothing to do with that. After the commercial was over, there was something else in the end of it. They did a free app for people to go and download the free app, and then you're able to play that spider, which has nothing to do with Mentos. It's just they just did a little spider game, and I think that's pretty smart. Doing a lot of companies are doing stuff like that where they're making free apps or free games, and they're basically it's like basically an ad for their product. So I think that's pretty cool.
That is cool. That brings up a point though. Like I know I've said it before on the show before, how everyone wants their own app and stuff like that. I still don't think that's a very smart thing because it's spreading out there's just so many apps now, it's harder to find. I know that's probably for a campaign that's probably only going to last maybe a year or two. Yeah. Then after that, they'll probably get rid but the app will still be on there.
True. So there is a lot of apps and the market is getting so saturated.
Yeah.
But especially on the Android side, right? Like on Android side, there's no restrictions. Like anybody could
just
there
are
anything.
now.
There's more restrictions now?
They put restrictions about a year ago. There was like an update to the App Store. They no longer just take everything.
But still, it's not. It's still not as like Apple's Store. No way, that one has a lot of. They're very strict on that one.
Yeah.
And stuff. Even sometimes stuff gets approved, and then later on it gets disapproved, and there's a lot of different things that goes on. Yeah. There. But yeah, that's true. I agree with you. The market is getting saturated. So, but I just like that idea, just making something like that as an advertisement, because now everybody has TiVo and HDR and all that stuff, so people are recording all this stuff and people are just skipping commercials. So companies are thinking other ways to advertise and do things like that, and I like that. Hey, another commercial, just speaking of commercials, the Dr. Pepper one I showed you earlier too.
Oh yeah.
There's a Dr. Pepper, I believe it's called Dr. Pepper 10, just a new product that they came up with. This is like a fairly new soda. Okay. I like Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper tastes pretty good.
23 flavors.
23 flavors. And what I liked about this idea, what they did in the end of the commercial, they have a commercial and different things happen and blah, 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 but they're branding it to guys and they're saying the soda is not for women. Yeah. Did you notice that?
That's what it seems like. I've seen that commercial before. You showed me before.
Yeah, they have that and they have multiple. They have some radio versions and they have a couple going on, and I like that a lot. I like that they're saying this is not for women because there's gonna be reactions from people.
Well, not only that, but also whenever someone says it's not for you, it makes you want it more. Exactly. So I think that's a very smart move on their part, because now the dudes that are like very manly and they're like, well, maybe I'll try this, new fangled Dr. Pepper, and then the women are like, well, why can't I have it? And they're gonna go get it too. So
I'm as strong as guys. I can do this, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and maybe not even that. Maybe just like forget you. I'm gonna go get it regardless. It's a really interesting concept, especially like that campaign is really strong, just in the way they did it.
So I like that very much. It reminds me of. It's kind of irrelevant. I don't remember exactly the name of the company, but you might be able to remember this too from school or something, but there's a company, like a car rental company that existed, I don't know, 40, 50, they still exist, the same two car rental, but there was this number one car rental company, and there was a number two car rental company. Okay. And the number two car rental company advertised themselves as the second best one, something like that. I don't know, I should have done maybe a little more research, but it just reminded me of that in real time. And they advertised themselves as the number two, and then then when they did that commercial, or however they did, it was like in the 50s or 40s, whenever that was, they got a lot of attention because they were branding themselves as number two, instead of trying to say they're number one when they really weren't. So, although I don't remember exactly like the name of the company and all that, but I'm just making a point that just like doing stuff like that, I think it's pretty smart. Yeah.
It's something that's memorable. Because everyone says they're number one, but if someone's like, oh, well, I'm number two. Something different, it's kind of ironic. And also, these Dr. Pepper commercials, they seem like they're trying to, because there's like a huge bandwagon over the past couple of years of people trying to be ironic, like YouTube status, like the Old Spice commercials. Yeah. And I feel like that commercial is kind of playing off that same thing. It's almost like a style of making commercials now. Yeah, that was a good topic. That was really, really cool.
What do you want to talk about?
No, it's just something
What's in that magazine?
I just thought it was.
We're so curious. We should make sounds so they know.
Yeah, magazine. We're turning pages in a magazine. This is the new Game Informer, so we get this at the Dork Mansion here. And there's a section in here called the top 10 dorks of the year. I just thought I'd bring it up. We don't have to actually go through it. We don't even have to keep this in.
No, if you want, take a look at that. Try to find it. I was gonna mention this other thing.
Go for it.
So as you guys know, we recently updated our website, and we're really happy. And there's a lot of positive feedback, and there's different types of feedback. But we also recently installed Google Analytics If you guys are not familiar with that, that will be in the show notes, and you guys can check that out. I'm sure most people are familiar with that, but you guys could see. And neither of us have really ever used it. We knew about it. We used it a little bit, not to this detail, but now that we have it installed on our own system, it's amazing. Like the stuff that it tells us and all these details, I don't even know the word to describe how cool and how it's so valuable. Google Analytics. We see exactly where people are coming from, the type of browsers they're using, the countries they're coming from,
the resolution they're on, their operating system, just every little detail you could think of. Yeah.
And it's just amazing.
It's really, really amazing. Yeah, I mean, like, I think I spent an hour on there the first day you gave it to me, just looking, and I was just like, holy crap, man.
Yeah.
Because we use StatPress as well. That's actually built into WordPress, which you would think would be more accurate because it's actually built into your site. So anything that goes in and out, well, just to get you page views, I mean. But for some reason, Google Analytics is so much stronger. It makes sense because Google's like the biggest search.
Because that's what everybody uses. The first place they go to is pretty much Google. Probably 98% of the world pretty much use Google. I know. I think there might be some other popular browsers in some other countries.
Yeah.
But I know Google.
Search engines.
Yeah, I mean, you have search engines. But Google Analytics is just crazy. The one that we're using that other stat on our with the plugin for WordPress.
Yeah.
And we installed that one like a couple days before we installed Google Analytics. But yeah, we're getting way more accurate stuff from Google Analytics. I'm just not sure. Like it's showing that the people on our sites for more than 8 minutes, and I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know if it's 8 minutes or 8 seconds. Yeah, we're not sure.
Let's just hope for 8 minutes.
Oh, that would be amazing. People staying on their site for 8 minutes. That's a very high. That is. I think that might be like very strong. Also, I got this article from a coworker of mine. It was showing that MySpace is being used more than Google Plus.
Oh yeah, of course.
And people are staying on MySpace. Right now in real time, 2012, MySpace, not Facebook.
They said Facebook.
So I'm saying that Google Plus is not being used at all. People are not staying on that site at all.
Oh yeah.
People are going on there and just leaving. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And unlike MySpace back in the days, and unlike Facebook right now, which they don't do any advertising from themselves, it's just people know about it and stuff. Well, because
Facebook actually, when around the time Social Network came out, they announced that Facebook actually is the most visited site. Google used to be, Facebook ousted it, because a lot of people just go to their Facebook first.
Yeah, that's one of the main things that people use as when they go online. They use Facebook. They want to see what their friends are doing. They want to see what their family's doing and all that stuff. But I just wanted to mention that Google Plus, it doesn't look good for them right now. So we'll see what happens.
But, I'm sure that... But the one thing that's good, huge advantage that came out of Google Plus, is it pushed Facebook to start pushing more stuff out. Because if you look at... Facebook had a lot of stuff, but now they've actually integrated a lot more stuff. And, like, the circles thing in Google Plus, Facebook has that.
Yeah, they have
called circles.
Yeah, it's called a different thing. And it's hard to get to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Google made it easier to utilize the circles, but Facebook had that idea originally.
But if you notice, like since Google Plus came,
Facebook has subscribe now, so you could subscribe to your friends. That was kind of recent. I think that happened because of Google Plus too. I'm not positive.
But think about in the past year, since like Google Plus has been kind of beta and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're pushing each other to do better.
Facebook has had so many more updates, like major updates that have done major things to their layout. Like Timeline came out, which I don't use Timeline, but I've heard really good things. And at work, we started to use marketing Timeline.
I heard random stuff about Timeline.
Yeah, I'm not sure about it, but it seems cool. Like the interface looks kind of cool.
The positive thing for Google Plus is that when you plus one something or you like something in Google's version, I mean it's good for your SEO stuff, for searching, because it's already connected to Google. Google's gonna prioritize their own stuff before.
So we should tell everyone that they should just plus one us before they like us.
Yes. No, they should do either one.
You should do both. Just do both.
Plus one and like us.
And like us. Yeah. Totally.
I mean in real time and with the button.
Yeah. So as you're listening to this, make sure you tell the person sitting next to you or something that you like them. If there's nobody sitting next to you, just go out and open a window and yell it, just that you like the
That's my mom, dog.
But back on the search engine thing, did you hear about this? This is a long time ago, but MC Hammer invested in a search engine company. There's a new search engine.
I didn't hear about that.
It's called Wiredo. This is the search engine. If you get a chance to look at it, it's in beta right now. It looks hot, right?
Why did MC Hammer invest in that?
I don't know. I heard about it this was 2 or 3 months ago, and it's still in pre-beta. But back then, I guess he announced it at an AOL conference that he was investing in it, and I just thought that was funny because you brought up other people use search engines, and I was just like, well, MC Hammer's got his own, dude.
We should make Dork Google.
Can we just invest in Google? Would that be better? Because I would rather just...
I don't know if we can afford that with our StudioDork budget right now.
Well, you know, like, we could figure it out, but, yeah.
Hey, a friend of mine called me yesterday.
Yeah.
While I was at the gym, but couldn't answer the phone because I was at the gym. So I called him back later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so how'd that go?
It went pretty good. No, he needed some help. He wasn't able to open PDF file. Right?
Oh, okay.
He wasn't able to open this PDF file.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of friends, like a bunch of my friends, whatever, they think I'm a computer whiz or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm really not. I just have a computer and I just do some stuff.
Yeah.
But there's obviously, yeah.
Yeah, you're not good with computers.
I'm better than average.
No, I don't know. No, man, you're really bad at computers.
Anyway, so my friends usually hit me up or call,
let
me know, hey, can you help me do this? And I'll usually help my friends and figure stuff out. But he had this issue where he couldn't open a PDF file with his Yahoo email.
Oh, okay.
And so I called him like at 1 a.m. because I was busy doing different things or whatever, so I couldn't get back to him. Or was it something like that? Like really late. I told him I would give him a call later.
Yeah, you were busy yesterday. It's cool, man.
So I called him and I told him, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? And he told me that his Yahoo email wasn't, like the PDF wasn't opening. So we tried different things and he kept trying all this different stuff, trying to open a PDF. It's just opening a PDF file through his Yahoo email. Oh, okay. And when you're doing it through Yahoo, it scans virus, antivirus, blah, blah, blah. And he's using a PC. And I used to use PCs back in the days. Yeah. But and that's fine. It's not a big deal. I could still.
You have to start somewhere.
I still wouldn't have any issues figuring that out. I thought, but yeah, we tried everything and we couldn't get that sucker to open. Yeah. So I didn't really know what to do. Like we downloaded a new Acrobat Reader X and all that, and uninstalled it, and he went back and did all this different stuff, and we couldn't do it. We spent like quite some time on it. So there's this app. The whole point of this conversation is for this program. It's called Join.me. Amazing.
Never heard of it. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So it's Join.me, and you download it, and you're able to share your screen just through that for free.
Oh, really?
And now you can control other people's screens. They can allow you to do that. And there's a little phone number, and there's all this little stuff. It's made very, very cool. And awesome. You're able to control their screen. I think he uses Flash.
Wow, really?
I think.
So I'm
pretty sure.
So it's basically just a screen reader at that point. So it shows what's going on his screen, and then you can actually control it via the Flash. You're
able to control it. So what happens is he downloads the way it works. He downloads that. It's like a little thing. You download it, and it's like a 1 second thing. It's made really, really fast. And there's a certain number that you get in there, and he provides you with that number, and you plug it in, and it opens it up in your browser. And I'm able to see his screen, and there's another little button. He clicks it, and now he's able to share his screen, and I'm able to even control his screen. So I tried all those different stuff. With that, I was controlling the screen, and so I ended up forwarding myself that PDF, and I was able to open that PDF. So there was nothing wrong with the PDF. So he only had one email, his Yahoo email. So I told him make another email, Gmail. He made another email, which was a Gmail, and then we forwarded that to the Gmail, and he was finally able to open it. So it had to be. It was an issue, something with the Yahoo at that time. So it's not a big deal. We figured it out. But the main thing was just to let you guys know about
Join.me.
Join.me. Wow.
That's
and it's free.
Yeah, and I guess I just went to the site on my iPad.
They have an app.
There's an app.
Yeah. I found out about that too, like half an hour ago when I was researching about that for this podcast. With this app, I don't know exactly what it does with the app on the iPad, but I believe you could also like do similar stuff that you would be able to do on the computer. Probably control the screen as well.
Could we share iPad screens?
Maybe.
We have to try that. I want to try that.
The thing is that they use Flash technology, so I'm not sure. But a lot of times for this stuff, they'll convert it to make it work on these apps. So. Cool. But you guys need to definitely check that out when you have like a friend or something and you need to like help them out with something on the screen or share a screen when you're not using the same chatting or whatever, because like, what is it, AOL's chatting or the iChat or whatever, you could share screens through that, but both people have to have that. Not everybody have. This is just like completely, you can do it through PCs or through Macs and stuff, but you don't have to have anything else installed.
Wow, this app actually works with iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. That's crazy. Yeah. So I'm wondering... We'll have to test this out because I really want to see if I can like control your iPhone or something.
Yeah, why don't we? Well, we'll test this out.
You want to do it live? I'm just kidding. Let's not do it live.
Yeah, so I used it yesterday for the first time. The way I found out about it was because I got to give these guys props too. Okay, so we're being hosted right now by Media Temple. Yeah. And the customer service, like I had some issues with changing the DNS and just doing a couple different things. Like I've never had that level of customer service. They were super helpful. And there's a little chatting thing that they installed on our. It's like in beta, and there's a little chatting thing. So I'm chatting with them, and they're telling me all these little details what to do, and they're the ones who said I was like, I wasn't able to so there was a little complicated issue, and I wanted for them to like help me with it, and they're the ones who told me about the join me.
Oh, really?
He sent me the thing and I did it, and he was seeing what I was doing, like to make sure that my like some email thing and all the stuff was correct. So that's how I found out about this thing. But yeah, Media Temple, they're very, very, really, really good customer service.
Yeah, it's
so
funny
I recommend. And we haven't had any issues, right? Like our site seems pretty fast.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of like scripts running on our first page. I was told by some of my developer friends that that it's a little bit more than normal that sites should have. But most of our demographics are going to have pretty fast connections and stuff like that, because we're usually designers, and we'll see that based on Google Analytics from the stuff I've seen.
Yeah.
It looks like people are using a pretty fast internet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But I mean, that was something I wanted to bring up. So our new site's been live for almost 2 weeks, right?
Transition.
And guess what? The world hasn't ended yet.
The world has not ended, and
no,
it's 2012.
I
so
know.
they're liars at the Aztecs' minds.
Crazy. No, not yet, because that doesn't happen for like a year. But
So it happens in 2013?
No, it happens in December.
I just checked my iWatch, and it's still 2012, bro.
I know, December 21st, 2012. But anyways, I just thought I'd bring that up, that it's almost our 2 week anniversry, and we haven't had any huge major problems.
Are we gonna have a party or something?
We might. Maybe we should.
Huh?
Did we not party enough this weekend?
If playing Uncharted Part 2 is partying, then yeah.
Yeah, totally. Because we work out.
Yeah, and then what about that Facebook little plugin that we installed?
Yeah, we got Facebook integration for our comments. Yay! We were trying to figure that out for
a long time. We were so happy about that.
Yeah, we're pretty happy about that actually. And we've gotten a couple comments now, and we're kind of like figuring some stuff out. So we're still in kind of like our beta phase for it. But if you get a chance, definitely go in there. It's so easy to comment now. You just go in there. If you're logged into Facebook, which most people always are, you just log in. If you're not logged in, log in. If you're already logged into Facebook, just type it. It'll show up on your feed, and if you don't want it to, you don't have to.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. You're able to leave comments. It's really cool. We wanted that from the beginning. There were some issues with the developer company that we were working with, and they were saying it wasn't possible for them to install or whatever. So we kind of figured it out ourselves and had our own developer friends help us to look some of our local friends. So shout outs to those guys.
Yeah, shout out to
Mike. Yeah, and the name of this plugin that we're using it's for WordPress, so it's Zoltan.org, and it's a social plugin, and we'll include that in notes. You guys can see there's a lot of different ones that have those.
Yeah.
That are able to do that, but this one worked. It feels like it's not perfect. It's like, but we're happy enough with it. So we'll see.
We're extremely happy with it. Yeah. I mean, we're still figuring stuff out too. Like I said, we're still in our beta phase.
Like you're getting notifications, and I'm not getting notifications. Like when somebody leaves a comment, even though I'm the main admin on it. Because it's on my thing, and I added you as a secondary person on it, and it says that your thing is still pending.
But I'm the main admin on the Facebook. Did we not know that until just now?
No. On the application itself.
No, I know the app. You're the main, but I'm saying on the StudioDork page.
There is no main admin. As soon as you add an admin, their admins are equal.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I just didn't know.
On the app, it has a main admin.
Okay.
But I added you on the thing too, and it's showing that your thing is pending. So I was like, "What's going on?" And for some reason, it shows notifications. On yours only. Yeah. It's weird. Did it come to your own Facebook when you were getting the notifications, or did it?
How else would I get?
No, but hold on. Did it come to your own Facebook? Yeah. Hold on. Did it come to your own Facebook or the StudioDork Facebook?
The StudioDork Facebook has different notifications. It came to me on mine because
See, that's the thing, and that has nothing to do with StudioDork. Then you're the secondary thing, and it's showing pending. I'll show you after the podcast what I'm talking about. But
sounds good.
It's so weird. I don't understand why he's doing that. So yeah, stuff like that. There's little bugs with it, but as long as one of us gets the notifications, we know that it's happening. Yeah. Because it's hard to see. Like on the old WordPress, when people would leave comments, we would get emails and we'd say, "Hey, somebody left a comment. Cool, we can go and reply to them." But this one, it's a little bit different. You won't always see that somebody left a comment. So if somebody leaves a comment on one of our older posts, we might not even notice it. Because we want to recognize that and thank people and whatever, or comment back on whatever they're talking about.
Yeah, totally.
So that's things like that are important.
Yeah, so if we don't reply back to your comment, just hit us up on Twitter, dog. It's cool. But yeah, so Facebook integration. We've also done a couple new updates to the site with we have a new tweet and Facebook button thing. What else did you add?
Yeah, it added it. So now besides people liking the site, people can like our entire site, or people can like individual pages, and that all got included with that little plugin.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. And you can in that plugin, if you can log in as different people. Like there's a little setting. It's a really really good plugin.
Yeah.
There's negative things and positive things about that plugin because I've been doing some research about it.
Yeah.
And you guys could do some more research, but from the stuff that I found, it uses JavaScript, right? So it doesn't capture the comments that people leave on the site. It's they won't get captured by Google.
Okay.
So Google won't see any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Which is not good for SEO purposes. You want as much information, as much like unique keyword or unique like words and stuff, and unique order and all that stuff. I mean, it's all positive for search engine optimization. So by having that plugin on our site, we're actually helping Facebook's SEO.
But at the same time, like if it's tracking on Facebook, that also gives us traction. If someone's talking about us on Facebook,
only if they're talking about us, but if they're just making a comment.
I know, but if they make a comment, doesn't it link back to?
I believe
StudioDork?
no, it does it all through JavaScript. It does nothing for SEO for us. It does SEO for
Facebook
for 100%. It does stuff for them.
Mark Zuckerberg, where's my check, bro?
No, pay us, man.
Well, that's cool, man. I'm pretty happy with it. I know.
I'm happy with it too. Yeah,
like I
it's
said,
way more than what we wanted. Like,
yeah.
we wanted just to be able for people to leave comments through Facebook.
Yeah,
but we never thought that deep. We didn't think like, okay, we won't be able to track it. We won't be able to see.
Yeah.
We didn't think like that. And those are all important things because without seeing who comments, it's not that it's useless that way, but it makes it a headache for us to go on fishing to see who's commenting.
Yeah, because at this point in the site, like we've been up for almost a year now, and we kind of like to keep pretty close to our community. I mean, we have a pretty small niche community at the moment, but I like to be able to comment and like keep up with whoever's talking to us, and kind of like someone hit us up on Twitter the other day, thanking us that we put them in daily inspiration, whatever, and I always comment back and I always tweet back, or we always try to, because that's.
Yeah, and you want to have
they make our site basically.
Yeah, and you want to have conversations going and stuff too.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you have any questions or anything, hit us up on the Twitters, the Facebooks, or on the site.
We'll definitely talk to you in real time. Almost.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I guess we can go into. I wanted to bring this up. I talked about it on our Twitter. I actually made a post about it, and I gave both of our opinions. But your opinion is. I want to get your opinion on this real quick. So did you see this week that DC, they actually have a new logo design now, DC Comics, and it's really, really, actually I'm not even going to tell you what I think about it yet. I'm going to let you look at it. So this is new for their whole entertainment side. It's a corporate, so this is their new DC logo. I just kind of want to get your thoughts on it. They already kind of know my thoughts if they read the Twitter, but I'll give it anyways after I get your thoughts on it. Because you're a little more, like, we both like logo design, but I feel like you're a little more of like the logo type guy compared to me when it comes to designs. Because this is what the old one looked like. And that one was released in 2007. So this one, the one that they currently have before this new one, was released in 2007. And is based off of a design that was done in 1976. And this one is completely new. So in 4 or 5 years, they decided that they wanted a new logo. And what do you think of it?
It has some uniqueness to it.
Yeah.
But I don't see it. I don't know. I don't feel it as a comic book.
Exactly. That's what I said too.
I feel like mail or something. Or something like email or something like that.
Well, yeah, and also, like, the thing that I noticed is it's got, like, such a lack of color. I know they've got, like, a little, or it's black.
The other one that you're talking about, that one feels like a comic book.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like this, like, won't work very well. Like, I know why they're doing it, because they're trying to move more into, like, a new, like, more corporate thing with the movies and all kinds of stuff, trying to be taken more seriously and stuff. But I feel like I don't know, I just feel like it's very stiff and gross corporate logo. And I don't mean to, like, poo-poo on a new logo, because a lot of people just don't like change, so they're, like, talking crap on it. But I tried really hard to like it when I first saw it, but it's just the lack of color makes me not think of comics, you know?
It's not a bad logo. I don't know if it works.
Yeah.
It depends. It also depends what they're trying to do and what direction they're trying to go. So we don't know exactly. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with this company right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, of course.
So as far as this design, it doesn't say comic book to me. Although there's a page turning, is what they're doing. But it still doesn't say comic books to me. I don't see comic books. I like the C coming out of the D, and you see the D's in front of the C, and I like a few things about it, actually, though. I do, because I do stuff like that as well, these little shadows and stuff. I don't know if that works for a logo, though, for this particular logo.
Yeah, and another thing like that I thought was weird is that the page turn. The one thing that I thought was really odd about it is DC is one of the companies pushing super hard on digital, like more than all the other comic companies. So it's weird that like they're gonna show a page turn because that would almost make you think like.
Yeah, see,
like
and this is more like your field because you're into
you know?
like comic books and stuff, so you know more like
A
of these
little
types
bit,
of
yeah.
details.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I just wanted to get your thoughts because on our Twitter, I said the lack of color. That was one of the tweets that I put up, and I just
The color is not what would bug me though.
But what I'm saying is like how like in the
comic books are usually vivid and have lots of colors and stuff like that.
But not only that, like this logo, the old logo, the one that's blue, if you watch like any comic book movie that's been released by DC, like Watchmen or Batman, they always tend to have like yellow in there as well because it's another color, and so they have like this two-tone that has like a half-tone effect. I can't imagine them using a half-tone. Yeah, I can't imagine them using a halftone with this. I feel like this would be very still and static, and there could be some cool animations with the page turn and stuff, but it would make it almost feel like a Pixar feel at that point. And I don't feel like they're Pixar, they're DC. So it's just different, and I like I said, I don't want to poo-poo on it.
Is this the final version already?
This is the one that they announced it at some conference, but they haven't actually put it on anything yet. But they just announced it at something that they were at, and I saw it randomly, and I didn't even hear anything about it.
This poster we're looking at, they're saying it feels like it's a negative thing about it too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is a lot of companies or a lot of people are like poo-pooing on it, and like I didn't want to do that necessarily.
I like the technical terminology.
Yeah, I know. That's how I roll.
Sometimes that happens though. Like
people just don't like change.
No, what Gap did. Remember, Gap came out with the logo, and then it existed for a week, and everybody hated it, and then went back to the original.
But if you remember that Gap logo, it looked like it was thrown together by a first-year design student. This doesn't look. This looks like they spent a good amount of money, and they spent a lot of time really thinking it out. It doesn't feel as thrown together as that Gap logo did.
And still, I'm just saying. My point is that if everybody's like saying negative stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I'm also thinking that DC's making so much money right now because of the new Batman coming out, and they just did their relaunch of all. So they'll be like,
we don't care. We're gonna do what we want.
They could pretty much do that if you think about it, because people didn't like this logo, the old logo. They didn't like the old logo.
I like that logo. That logo's nice.
But most people didn't like that logo because the 1970s version, there was a lot of like history with it, and people, a lot of the older generation.
They thought that all this history gets lost with the new one.
Exactly, but now it really does because this has no
semblance
of either.
That's why with branding, usually you want to, if you're gonna do something different.
Yeah.
Usually you want to still use some elements from the other ones. You still keep some of the elements.
Yeah.
Pepsi usually doesn't follow that, right? Or they didn't. Or they kept like various minor things, but they would go like a whole another route. And they've been doing that a lot. They're known to do that. That's one of the bigger companies that have gone away with something like that. And they've done it pretty successfully, actually.
Yeah,
for some reason. That's like big time breaking the rules. And they've been able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, but they're smart because they've got a two-tone or three color thing, and they just kind of, the red, blue, and the white. I know that's American colors, but if you know that, and then you put it in some form of a ball or in some form of a wave, it's Pepsi regardless.
There might be, I'm pretty sure there might be some people listening to us right now that might be involved with this logo. So it's pretty interesting.
Okay.
We're talking about it, and they're listening to us, and they're like probably disagreeing or agreeing.
That's fine, man. Hit us up.
Yeah, let us know, guys. Whatever opinions you have. I know I'm pretty positive there are some people listening to us right now about that work. Or they're doing different things with this stuff that we're talking about.
Really?
This last topic, yeah, for sure.
Okay, well that's cool, man. I'm down with that.
Yeah, that was a weird little coincidence. I think that was just by accident, right?
Well, I kind of keep my ear to the ground when it comes to comic book related stuff, and I follow a lot of people that do comic stuff, and so I just happened to come across it and decided to bring it up. I meant to bring it up last week, I think.
Yeah.
But I didn't. So.
No, it's good. I think you brought it up at a good time.
Yeah.
So,
totally.
Hey, have you heard of eye tracking?
Eye tracking,
like on the internet?
Like yeah. The last company I worked for, they were getting into that because my old boss, he liked all the new stuff. He liked trying to get into all like the new stuff just to make money. And so I sat through a webinar on that.
Wait, I'm not sure if we're talking about the same thing. I'm not sure. What I'm talking about is like on the internet.
Yeah.
When you.
Where people's eyes go.
Where people's eyes go in the browser. That's what you're talking about? Okay, cool. Yeah, I saw that. We were doing some things today at work just to see where people's eyes go. And there's a little Google thing that sees that. It looks like the technology that it uses, it just looks like the page is just burned. Because it'll show you, like, for example, the red part will be where people's eyes usually are, and the green parts were to the less, and the different colors change. So you see where people's eyes are, and based on that, or where people's eyes most likely go to. I think they're tracking that by the mouse, by the arrow. There's no way they could know without the arrow. So if the arrow is right there, they probably know where it is, like where you're rolling the arrow.
You don't think that maybe they might have like hired like an outside source to do like on 1,000 people,
maybe
just, like, using a webcam or something?
But
or maybe every library.
How can they see? How can they see your pupil just looks one way, and if you look down a little bit,
I'm sure there's technology that can track, because they've got facial technology that can detect your face. So if your eye is rounded, they could probably detect where
probably in
where
Japan
the
or something, because they're 3 years ahead of us, right, in technology.
Yeah.
So maybe, but I was thinking just by where the arrows, where people move the arrows and stuff.
It's a possibility.
With their mouse. That's what I was thinking. So based on where your eyes usually go to on your browser, then like you could figure out like marketing campaigns, and you can put different banners in different places, and what's more valuable. You could figure out like what's more valuable real estate wise, and usually a lot of popular areas are like a lot of images, and people look at that stuff, and then also the rolling, when they roll over stuff on the right side, just going down the browser, they use that arrows a lot of times over there too, so people look on that side as well. So
it makes sense, because like you read left to right, so like the banners on the right seem like they would be more popular, because you read and then you're just like your eye goes right to the right, and then you're just trying to scroll down.
Yeah, probably depends on the design of the side too, but probably by default what you're saying goes like that.
I would just imagine. I have no scientific proof to back that up, but so. That's cool though. Yeah, so you guys are researching that?
No, we were just using some images to show that that's possible to get done, because we're modifying some of our proposals, and we're doing some different things with that. So that's what's going on with that.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah.
You're prepared.
No, I am. I mean, I have other stuff, but that's a really bad segue. You're like talking all the serious stuff, and I'm like, Beauty and the Beast 3D? Like,
oh, you saw that on Monday, huh?
Yeah, I saw that on Monday.
Is it different in 3D than 2D?
You know what? I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but like, seriously, like...
What about on 1D?
I might have seen it 1D when I was like 1 year old, but that movie was really awesome. I dug it, and there was a Tangled...
Well, which one's the Beast? The Beast, right?
The Beast, yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you never get his actual name, which is weird. I've never noticed that, but...
I don't think they ever said his name, right?
No, I don't
Is the candle Italian?
I think so.
Yeah, racist.
Whatever, man. So, but the feather duster is French.
You couldn't say his name or something?
No.
Hey, you know what I can't say?
What?
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus?
I can't say that.
Hippopotamus?
I can't say that.
It's cool, hippopotamus, dude. It's fine.
Hippopotamus.
But no, I wanted to bring up...
Is that a drunk hippo?
Yeah.
That's a drunk hippo. Hippo Anonymous.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
No, what were you going to say, bro?
So, Beauty and the Beast 3D, I just want to talk about it because while we were in that preview, there were all these 3D previews and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the previews that I wanted to bring up that came out was Star Wars Episode 1 being released in 3D. And I just want to get your thoughts on that. I've been talking to a lot of people at work about it because I work with a lot of dorks that...
I don't really like that movie.
I know, that's the thing. That's everyone's saying, like, why are they releasing those?
It was like really, when they were doing the advertising.
Yeah.
I know you're not bringing this up, but I just remember the advertising for it. I remember how the ad, it was like whatever, 13, 14 years ago, whenever. I actually worked in the movie theater for that movie. So I got a job in the movie theater like a few miles from where we live for that movie. And that was like one of my first jobs. So I remember the ad, it was the little kid standing, and his shadow was Darth Vader. That was so cool.
Yeah.
And I'm not super into Star Wars as much as like I'm into it enough, like more than average, but not as much as like the regular dork.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like, and
that was so cool. The shadow of Darth Vader.
Yeah,
of the kid.
I guess since we're talking on this, have you seen any Spider-Man?
I think you showed it to me. Oh, not the advertising, but the preview you showed it to me.
No, yeah, I'll have to show it to you when we get done. But if you guys get a chance, go to theamazingspiderman.com, I think is what it is. And there's actually like a new like KeyArt for it, and the KeyArt is kind of cool, but it's kind of weird at the same time. So you guys will have to like hit us back and let us know what you think.
I was telling one of my friends who works at an opposite thing that you work at.
Yeah. About
that. He's all against it and stuff because they're doing.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Because like competition or whatever.
Yeah. No, but
so vague.
The marketing for it is it's basically what it is. He's perched on a wall.
Yeah.
Peter Parker is, and then like his
This is
shadow,
like dark. This is like Dark Spider-Man kind of, right?
Yeah, they're basically Dark Knighting it, essentially. Like how they did for Batman, they're basically doing the same thing because they're realizing that works. And to be honest with you, the other one, like the other Spider-Mans, they went really light with it, like, and they tried to move the story fast, but that was also
maybe
really,
their demographic was more like for kids and stuff, and this one might be a little bit for more older people.
Yeah,
Not older, but you know.
And also you have to remember this one came out in like '99, the first Spider-Man did, and so I think that was.
Like, oh yeah, no, I was just thinking. You just
okay,
mentioned it. I
cool.
have the poster because that poster's so cool too. I love that poster.
Mm-hmm.
One of my good friends gave me that poster like in 2002 for my birthday. He had it, and okay, I'm gonna tell them what I'm talking about. I don't know if have I ever mentioned this.
You probably have, but it's cool, dude. Just keep going. I don't remember you talking about it, but you've already started the conversation, so just go with it.
No, yes, there's a Spider-Man poster that has the twin towers in his eye.
Yeah.
In Spider-Man's eye, and that 9/11 and all that stuff happened during when the preview came out, so that poster was recalled, and then those posters became really rare. The original I have the original of that, and I just really like it because I also do web design and Spider-Man.
Yeah, totally.
So that's like
we've never used that joke before.
We've never had it's like brand new,
brand
new joke. My bad.
No. My point though was just to say that back then, there weren't that many comic book movies that actually succeeded. And that was probably one of the first ones that kind of did a really good box office numbers.
Yeah.
And I think that that's probably one of the reasons why they didn't really know. That's why they were speeding the story up because they were thinking, well, we got to fit everything into like short amount of time. But now people are willing to go see 4 or 5 movies because Harry Potter.
I like that. I like going and seeing a bunch of different ones. I'm even sad about the Batman being. I think that might be the last one.
But that's in Chris Nolan. They're talking about him passing it off to someone else to continue the stories.
Yeah,
going.
but I want it to still be the same.
I know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. You can't expect a person to sit there and work on a project for 20 years and only that, like freaking. Like Lord of the Rings with Peter Jackson, The Hobbit's coming out.
Shrek?
Yeah, Shrek. But back to the Spider-Man thing so I can finish my topic. So that's why the new ones, they're darker and they're starting out kind of how the comics were, where they're taking it slower. So like this whole entire first one, I think he's in high school the entire time instead of him graduating and going into the city.
Oh, they started early.
Yeah, so he's actually like 16 starting out.
But he doesn't touch the thing and turn into the thing until way later.
No, but from the comics he did.
Oh,
from the comics he was actually in high school for a couple of years after he got the powers. And he actually wasn't going after Mary Jane in the beginning. He was going after this girl named Gwen Stacy.
What a druggie.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah. So
the KeyArt for that, let me get back to what I actually brought up, was the KeyArt is him perched up on a wall and then his shadow is the spider. And I don't know if it's
that
good.
sounds familiar.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually. I still think it looks a little bit weird because I've worked with that KeyArt a little bit, and yeah, I don't know about it, but I just thought I'd bring it up, you know.
Just modify it and give him your version.
Yeah, totally. Let me just go ahead and just put Darth Vader silhouette. Don't totally like that, right? But yeah, so the thing about the Star Wars 3D, I'm bringing it right back. The Star Wars 3D. So the preview was in 3D, and the 3D didn't look very good because they're trying to like update an old movie, and
yeah, it's not real 3D. It's like emulated or whatever.
So I think that it's really just obviously it's to make money, but I feel like this one is really like there to make money.
It's to make money?
Yeah,
they're just goodwilling it.
But that's why now Finding Nemo's being released in 3D also.
What?
Yeah.
All these 3D movies.
I know, that's all. 3D is where is that? There was a screening at my work today that I didn't get to go to because I knew we had to do this. It's called
Good job.
Hugo. They were showing that in 3D, and then there was a Q&A.
I don't like that guy.
There was a Q&A afterwards with like the director or something. I really wanted to go, and I thought it was on Thursday. Found out it was today. I was just like, dang it! So Is
that a good movie, Hugo?
I heard really good things about it actually. So it's cool though. I'll hear about it tomorrow when all my coworkers went to it. So it'd be cool. But yeah.
Did I see anything this weekend? I think I didn't.
No.
I didn't see any movies this weekend, so I got nothing. Nothing at all.
That's fine, man. That's fine.
But I got one episode of Breaking Bad left, and I'm gonna see it right after this podcast, and I'm gonna cry in my sleep because I have no more Breaking Bad left.
Oh yeah. Oh, we do a little bit of marketing for Breaking Bad, and they're actually starting a campaign. This is like kind of underground, but I can talk about it. So they're starting a new campaign because the next season's the last season, and so they're starting a thing at work right now where they're trying to figure out what they want to make the new Breaking Bad.
Why'd you tell me that? Next season's the last season?
I think so because I got an email.
Oh, you think so?
Well, no, because I got an email.
Just so you think so, leave it at that, yeah?
I got an email at work that they're looking to figure out what domains to buy for the final, so then they know where to archive everything. But so I think it's the last season.
This sad moment is brought to you in part by absolutely nothing.
Exactly, absolute nothing. But yeah, so and I guess since we're talking about TV, I could go. I finished. Remember when I talked about Being Human, that show? I finished it. Not a very good show. I went back to go watch it.
Too much investment. You can't. No, I got to episode 2 or 3. I gotta watch the rest of the 100.
Yeah, and
that's
so I watched
right?
it, and the ending was. I mean, it was cool, but it's like the season 2 is about to start, so I might watch it just because. But there were parts in it where I was watching, I was just like, I feel like I'm watching Twilight. And I've never seen Twilight before. For some reason, I feel like I was watching Twilight, and
Don't lie.
I've never seen Twilight before. I would like to watch them, but I don't know if I can. It's like Harry Potter when the Harry Potter movies first came out.
Yeah.
I was too afraid to go like buy them or go see them in the movie theater because back then I worried about stuff like that. And now it's like, I don't know. So maybe down the road I'll just be like, oh, Twilight. But even like, normally like you could be like, oh, I gotta go with a girlfriend or I gotta go with some girl, you know? But even a lot of girls don't even like Twilight anymore unless you're trying to date like a tween or something or trying to hang out with a tween.
What's a tween?
It's like a 12, 13-year-old. It's a demographic. Just get with it.
Gotcha.
I think it's like 10 to 14 or
No, I never heard of that
It's
term
tween.
before. Okay.
Yeah, so that show wasn't very good, and I tried to watch the UK version thinking maybe it would be better.
And it was even worse.
It was extremely worse because the production value was even lower because it was made like in 2005 or something, so it was even worse. So, yeah, so that was my TV adventures.
So what you're saying is absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah.
And you were off on Martin Luther King's Day.
Yeah, but all I did was I read the Hunger Games that day. I went to
the
Beauty and the Beast, and then I freaking hung out and read the Hunger Games all day. And I did laundry.
Huh, in the night.
In the night.
Very important information for our designer people.
Yeah. You gotta do it at night.
Yeah, because that way you can just look at the internet and do different stuff while the laundry's being made.
Well, actually, I was reading the
Or
Hunger
read
Games.
the Hunger.
Yeah.
I thought that was during the day. You did the laundry during the night.
No, I was reading the Hunger Games, like, I started at 3 p.m. and it didn't end till, like, midnight. I was reading, that's why it took me that long to read 200 pages, because I was really into the story.
I've never read 200 pages in one day, I don't think, in my life.
Yeah, I was really into it, dude. And I'm super hyped on reading the next 2 books.
Cool.
You should, have you seen the trailer? I think you've seen the trailer for it.
Maybe I'll check it out after this podcast.
Yeah, dude, because, like, I'll talk to you later about it, because I can't talk
People
about
can't know about
here.
this. People can't
No, they can't know about how it made me feel, okay? Can't let them know how it made me
They
feel.
can't know the feelings.
No.
Dorks don't have feelings.
No, they have feelings.
They're just
Like when Steve
HTML.
Jobs
They're just an
died.
HTML5.
Yeah, exactly. HTML5, no flash, please. Right?
jQuery you.
Okay, yeah.
There was like no joking in this podcast.
That's why we're doing it now.
But I can't do it like this. You can't force it. I just like to do it natural. It was all serious, and we're giving people actual useful information and stuff. Ugh, I don't like that.
That's alright. Well, I guess we should just like try and end the show then.
Try.
Yeah, we'll try and end the show. So, if you guys have any questions or any concerns or anything at all, you want to just tell us we're wrong or right, whatever. Yeah, you can catch us on Facebook at facebook.com/StudioDork, or you can catch us on Twitter at StudioDork. I always do that. Where I'm like at. Hold on. Yeah. So at StudioDork, and then you can also.
You can catch us at the club. No, just kidding.
Not until your birthday.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, you guys are all invited.
No one's invited.
No, so but you can also comment on the site. New Facebook commenting system we talked about. You can like us and +1 us on the site now. And you can also get us on the contact section of the site. Our new contacts page is really, really cool with our accent color of blue. And
your mattress is free.
And then also, you're listening to a podcast right now, and hopefully you've downloaded this from iTunes and you're subscribed to us. If you are subscribed to us, go on to iTunes and review us. Give us 1 star, 1 to 5 stars. We prefer 5 stars, but if you want to give us 1 star, you totally can. And
someone sounds like an automated message.
I know.
Someone listens to podcasts and listens to what they do and tries to do it.
Yeah, no. But yeah, so if you get a chance, definitely review the show. It helps us get traffic to the site,
guys,
and also
please.
we love the feedback because we like to know if we're doing good or if we're doing bad. So
and based on what you tell us, we adjust ourselves as well.
Definitely,
we're doing this all for you guys.
Yeah, all for freeze.
For free. Ads. Nice.
Alright, man, take us out of here. Come on, man.
Like where?
Just take us out of here. Like, do like a...
Like take you out?
Take us, like, on a dorkathon.
I don't have any,
on a dork
I don't have any bullets.
Journey.
I ran out of bullets.
Dorknipson journey. What? You didn't have to go thug on it, dog.
What?
No, you
it's getting dork in here.
It's not possible.
It's getting dork.
It's not needed.
Hop in.
Oh.
Are we embarrassing ourselves in front of all 4 people?
Oh, no, dude. We had a huge... You know, let's close the show out.
I know we had a peak.
We had a huge peak, yeah.
I know.
But
we went from 4 to like 6. That's like 50%. We just went 50% higher.
All right, so thanks for listening, guys. And
no, don't get all awkward and stuff.
I'm gonna pull the show out so we can get into the after show, so I can talk to you about stuff in the after show that they might not want to hear.
We can't talk about this right now, guys. We'll see you in the after show.
Yeah, when it gets dark in here.
When it gets real dark in here, because we don't pay the light bill.
Yeah. So thanks for listening, guys. Stay dorky.
Very dorky.
Chill.
Good.
Yeah, that's where you cut. Cameron cut. Okay. No, there was a peak on the show on like Saturday or something.
Wait, so this is the stuff that you want to talk about after?
I know. Well,
so the regular people might care about this too.
No. But I didn't want to give actual numbers, but we're going to do it anyways. I don't know. I just want to make it kind of like make them last a little bit longer to get to us. But
no, I went something like 60 or whatever. It was something. Like
the podcast?
Something went way higher on
the podcast numbers peaked at like 140 on Saturday for some reason. Like we got tons of downloads and tons of listens for some reason on Saturday. And then it like shot way down the next day, and so we went way up, and we were like number like 6 or 7 in the arts section on Podomatic, and then all of a sudden it just like shot down, and we went back down to like 100, but it was still really interesting.
It went down to 100?
Yeah, because like that
100 is still a lot.
Oh, I know, yeah,
for doing nothing, we're not really like people only know about this via Twitter and Facebook. We're not really pushing anybody yet.
I just thought it was weird because I didn't tweet anything about the show. Like normally I see a spike when I tweet a couple times about it.
This doesn't sound like bloopers. I mean,
it's fine.
Whatever's.
It's fine, man. Because what I'll do is I'll chop it up so then they won't understand what's going on. Hey, hold on. You got a haircut this weekend, didn't you?
What?
Yeah.
I went to Fantastic Sam's, and I couldn't find Sam's, so I got Fantastic.
What was it, Fantastic?
Yeah. No, that was pretty good. I got my hair a little shorter. I was getting tired of the long.
Okay.
Being a little bit long, so I got the little haircut, and you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not very good after show, but it's okay.
Well. It's my co-host, bro. I've been having a lot of problems with him.
Yeah, well,
no,
if you get a chance,
go to Fantastic
Yeah,
Sam's.
go to Fantastic Sam's. We need sponsors, Fantastic Sam's.
No, do we? We can handle this without sponsors.
I just want to be able to do a Fantastic Sam's ad, so you could and we get free haircuts.
Or you could do supercuts.
Yeah, there's one like down there.
No, because I like their campaign. We should have talked about that. I like that. Get in, get out, get confident.
Oh yeah.
Wait, can we legally say that? TM, them.
Yeah,
we'll
TM.
Give them.
Is it an SM? Is it a service mark? I think it'd be a service mark.
Wait, is it a rated R mark? Wait.
Registered? No, because...
This doesn't sound like bloopers.
It doesn't matter, man.
I'll cut it a certain way so they won't know.
Yeah.
With scissors. Oh, yeah.
Do you think they get into fights very often? That would be kind of crazy.
Only in Vegas.
Could you imagine
12 rounds.
Dude, could you imagine that fight? Like, if Supercuts and Fantastic Sam's decided to fight each other with scissors?
Like who has the longest scissors?
Let's talk about that. That would be totally awesome.
That's pretty unique.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like McDonald's and Burger King fighting.
I actually did.
Oh, I remember that, yeah. Tell them.
Do you?
I don't remember. Cool.
No, but I don't know if you know what I'm actually talking about, but before I got into design, before I went to school for design, I did a lot of design work for like a bunch of my friends want to start like a clothing line, and one of the things they wanted to do was Ronald McDonald fighting Burger King, and then or the king from.
You
Burger
had something
King.
that drawn. That's what I'm saying. And I saw it in school, but I think it was from one of the classes, like art direction.
No, yeah, I did draw. Something.
That's why.
That's where that spawns from. Though it spawns from that clothing line where they wanted to do that because they wanted them to actually be in a fist fight. And so I've actually done that a couple times. But the track race one is what you're thinking about, where McDonald's is super fat and he's like. Ronald McDonald's super fat and he's running on a track, and then there's like a little kid that's supposed to be running next to him. It was like a really quick like thumbnail sketch that I did, I think, right?
I think so. But as far as clothing line, obviously the clothing line that we're going to come up with is going to be called Awkward Wear, right?
Yeah, because you already have the logo and everything, right?
And I already have the awkward guy.
Yeah, totally. But
Yeah. This is the worst bloopers ever.
That's what makes it so great, though, don't you know? Do you want to?
You're Canadian now?
Do you want to go? Yeah. Don't you know? But do you want to?
So you play hockey now?
I do, I know I'm really small, but I totally can play hockey.
People are like, stop screaming, you weird Russian.
Yeah. So did we want to talk about the top 10 dorks of 2011?
Like real fast, because we got Breaking Bad.
We don't even have to talk about it, dog. 'Cause it's really not. I don't think these guys are very dorky.
Number 1, something.
Number 1 is Wheatley. From
Number 2,
Portal 2. You don't even know.
Is that Duke Nukem?
Duke Nukem.
Oh, I knew something.
Forever. And then Goose, which I don't even know who that is from Legend of Zelda.
None of these guys look dorky. Some of them look cool, and we obviously don't look cool, so this doesn't work.
Miss Explosion Man, she looks a little dorky. I can get behind her. That dude totally is dorky.
How is Duke Nukem dorky?
He's dorky because if the new game that came out is like really like
I remember him being like cool and like killing stuff and shooting stuff and stuff.
Yeah, but they took it way too over the top now. But yeah, I don't think any of these guys are really dorky. No, yeah, you want F this list.
Hey, that's a high school, dog.
This is after the
They're
show.
listening to us in a high school, you can't speak in such ways.
Dude, whatever.
We're like role models or something.
Are we?
Yeah.
Like the movie then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man.
Hall Pass?
You saw that movie, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, can we leave now?
So you're all on top 10 developers. Why is Mike's name on this list, dude? Crazy.
you did like a Gary style joke right now. Good job.
I totally missed.
You're really good at sports. Trevor just threw a magazine back on our table, completely missed, and it was like 2 inches away. Don't stop it. They need to know.
Hour and 2. We've never recorded one this long.
Yeah, we have. Like our second or third one.
Okay. Well, anyway, so
we're splitting this one in half, and we're like, look out next week for part 2.
Yeah, and then we didn't.
It gets even worse.
But yeah, so thanks for listening, guys, and this was your Dork After Show.
Sorry, guys, about that. This is Dorkception. Oh, sleepy.
Gotta give him a kick.